YouTube vinyl community, Buckingham Knicks fans, random people on the internet. My name is Giggens, and we're here today to talk about the only album ever released by Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham, Buckingham Nicks, released in 1973 on Polydor Records, the only record they ever made together as a duo. And this album has never been issued on CD, and as far as I know, it's not available anywhere to stream online either. So it's definitely something you'd want to look out for in the record bins. It's become a little bit of a collector's item over the years just because it's only available on vinyl. I don't even think it was issued on tape. I could be wrong about that. It might have been on tape, but I could be wrong about that. Anyways, it's a fantastic album. I really love the early Stevie Nicks. I do, but early Fleetwood Mac is like some of my favorite Fleetwood Mac. When Stevie and Lindsey joined the band, they became the big pop group that they were with Rumors and the self-titled album and Tusk. They were huge, and I do like a lot of that stuff, but I don't necessarily jump to listening to it all the time. And I've had this record for years, and a buddy of mine asked me to do a review for it, and I was like, you know what, I haven't heard that album in so long. So I'll put it on, and I was just pleasantly surprised by how much I enjoyed it again. I think it's been probably 5 or 6 years since I've heard it, and this copy is super clean, so I'm gonna rip it to my computer so I can have a copy digitally. But just a wonderful album, and just a really quick backstory for these two anyway. Stevie was a senior in high school. She saw Lindsey playing in his band at the time called Fritz. A little bit later, a couple of the guys left to go to college. Lindsey asked Stevie to join, and then a couple years later, Fritz broke up, and they realized, well, we could just go together as a duo, and they got signed with Polydor, put this thing out, and it completely flopped. It went absolutely nowhere. Polydor dropped them, and then a little bit later, this album was being played for Mick Fleetwood. Mick wanted to meet Lindsey. Lindsey said, hey, I'm a package deal with Stevie. She has to come with me. That's how they joined Fleetwood Mac. So that's the the super quick Spark Notes version of it all, if you will. But fantastic record. The back is just well, it's funny because on camera it comes through as actually reading it not backwards. Look at that. Because on the back cover it's actually written backwards, but wow, that's pretty far out. So I guess it's backwards there, huh? Yeah, it is. Well, I guess it'll be backwards. Whatever, who cares? Anyways, opens up with Crying in the Night. And I'm a sucker for that really tight 70s production, that really crisp, clean, very minimal amount of reverb on the overall production of the song. I love that sound. That's definitely something Fleetwood Mac was superior at in the mid-70s. Just a super clean snare sound, and the angelic acoustic guitars are just bright and happy. It's like pure sunshine pop, and that lead vocal from Stevie is just joyous all the way through. It's a catchy song with some great layering. Wonderful track to open up the album with. Then you get Stephanie, which is just gorgeous acoustic guitar. Lindsey Buckingham's guitar playing is very unique because he doesn't use a pick, he just uses his fingers even when he strums. So his style is very him. You know, it's just as much if you put on a Hendrix album, you know that's him, Clapton, etc. You know that's their style. This is an instrumental song, but you can tell it's very much a love song just from the chords they use. It gives you this feeling of love and tenderness and melancholy and longing, just from the emotion the music gives off. And that's something I'm a sucker for, again, because if music can make you feel a certain way without even lyrics or vocals on top of it, job well done. Then you get the track Without a Leg to Stand On. I love the bass on this one. It's so prominent, so up front. That shimmering acoustic, the chorus has some really nice dynamics. It's catchy to keep up with. I love their duet vocal on this one. Their voices blend together so well. They just sound so cool together, and especially Lindsey's vocals sound really confident and smooth throughout this one. Crystal is a song that has popped up over the years for Fleetwood Mac, and Stevie Nicks in particular. But their voices together really are magic. So here they are again, duetting together. And I love how this track grows. It's pleasant, it's soft, and it's a great story of found love and the journey it takes you on. It's a little bit moody, it's very romantic, but it definitely leads you from the beginning to a humongous buildup of a romance, lyrically speaking. Great track. And then Long Distance Winner, I love this track. This is such a good song. The unique picking and strumming that Lindsey does is so cool. Very much a trademark sound, like I said earlier. Stevie's vocals are upbeat and happy and sprightly, and she's got that tone that only Stevie Nicks has. But I love that rocking melody on this thing. The hook is infectious. It keeps you interested nonstop. It's an album highlight for sure. I love the jamming at the end. It's a great way to close side one. Side 2 opens up with Don't Let Me Down Again, and great percussion on this one as well. Awesome guitar tone riffs. Love that tone on the guitars here. Lindsay's voice is drenched in reverb on this one, and it works so well. It's just a happy sounding song, even though lyrically not very happy, but musically and vocally, yeah, totally. The chorus is wonderful, and it kind of reminds me of Jessica by the Allman Brothers Band, a little bit with some of the guitar riffs here. Django is a cover of a John Lewis song. Very quick little thing, but it's romantic, and it's another showpiece for Lindsay's super incredible guitar playing. So, you know, to have 2 instrumentals on here of just Lindsay doing acoustic songs, perfect. Races Are Run. I like this sort of curious melody on this one. I get sort of a late 60s influenced psychedelic influence, but not a full-on presentation of that. The duet vocals on the chorus, again, fantastic. This sounds like a song that, like, so you know the band Phantom Planet? Their first album, if they had done a cover of this song on that album, I think it would have fit on there really, really well. So that's a bit of a stretch, but great layered guitars. Love the acoustic solo. It sounds like someone's playing the drums with their hands on their lap. Love that for the percussion. Very, very cool. Then you get Lola, which is one of my favorite songs on the whole album, and it's this super bouncy bass against the acoustic in the intro before entering with a straight-up rock and roll treasure. Just a fantastic song about a guy and his dream girl. This could have been and should have been a big single for the group. I can definitely see this living on classic rock radio. Totally packed in between Freebird and, Living on the Edge and, Don't Let Me Down, all that kind of stuff. It would fit right in there, no problem. Awesome riffing on this one, total jam. And the last song on here, Frozen Love, I think this is actually the track that was played to Mick Fleetwood that made him ask Lindsay and Stevie to join the group, but a total forerunner into what would become the Fleetwood Mac sound coming up. Soaring vocal harmonies, the electric riffs are fantastic, the reverb, I love the jamming that happens throughout the middle of this thing, the return back to the original part of the song. This track builds so well, has different parts of it that blend together perfectly. It's a showcase for them to be like, hey, here's all of our talents rolled out into one song. This is something you should listen to. So if there's only 1 or 2 songs on this album to listen to, make sure Frozen Love is one of them. Absolutely knockout of a song. But here's the inside cover here. So it's got the lyrics and a great picture of the 2 of them from looking like total hippies with their bell bottoms there. And this album, I don't think was played too much, because look at this jacket. It barely stays open, which is pretty cool. But like I said, the vinyl on my copy is in beautiful, beautiful shape. It's just super clean. So let me show you what that looks like. And I love the label on here, because it says Nicks and Buckingham, Buckingham Nicks. Just to make things even more confusing. Like, I don't know how well it's going to look on camera. Well, you can kind of see it. But it's just super clean. It was surprising how crystal clear it sounded when I put it back on again. So I'll be ripping this to my computer to have a copy that I can listen to in the car. So, yeah, overall, I was pleasantly surprised by this thing. Like I said at the beginning of the review, it's been so long since I've heard this thing. And jumping back into it was really surprising, and I enjoyed it all the way through. I'd probably give this thing an 8 out of 10. It's a really solid album. So, if you're really into Fleetwood Mac, you'll love this thing. If you just want to hear really good early 70s rock that you might not know too well, if you know how to speak like I can, pick this thing up. I think you'd really enjoy it. So, my name is Giggens. This has been Buckingham Nicks with their self-titled only release. And 8 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.